Hey, this is George Lynch, and you're watching the George Lynch Guitar Method.
You couldn't see that you had to be in love.
Everybody, welcome back. Today's featured guitar tone patch is my pride and joy, Eddie Van Halen 1976. The early years, before the 1978 studio album, the very first Van Halen. This is before that. This is from all those early demos that are all over YouTube right now. And I just love that early vintage Eddie Van Halen tone before it was all processed in the studio. So this is the tone that I emulated from his live performances, and there are a lot of live performances out there. So I just basically wanted to have fun with it, and this is what I came up with. A lot of people have requested this tone patch. And I know that he turned everything full blast on his Marshalls, and he played with tubes and so forth, and different pickups and different necks and whatnot. So is this his exact tone? No. Nobody has the exact tone except for Eddie, because no one has his amps and his circuitry or his Echoplex and blah, 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 blah. So don't be coming for me and my Eddie Van Halen. This is the best Eddie Van Halen tone you can get using the Boss eBand JS-10 or JS-8 or any effects processor, all at your fingertips. Meaning I don't have to have a whole bunch of pedals on the floor, cables and whatnot to sound like Eddie Van Halen or try to sound like Eddie Van Halen. This tone patch does sound like Eddie Van Halen using the Boss eBand. And again, I'm not going to turn everything full blast to 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 and say, oh, look at me. I said, no, that's not how you do it. And if you think so, just leave my channel right now. We're going to have fun with this tone. I love it, and I hope you too. And so let's go ahead. We're going to start with a clean tone patch. And I'm playing with my Les Paul. And let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go into a clean tone patch. We're just going to write over it, okay? Now, I created this tone patch using my Boss eBand JS-10, which has a high gain stack amp. I don't think that amp is on the JS-8, so I'm going to look for another amp similar to that high gain stack on the JS-8. So this is what you got to do. If I don't have an amp, you got to find an amp that you think will work with yours, okay? So let's see what I can come up with here. I think I have one in mind. There we go. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use the MS High Gain. Sounds good to me. And that concludes it. Alright, let's continue. This is my Eddie Van Halen pre-studio album. It's from 1976, the early 77 era, where they're touring around all the clubs and stuff. This is that tone, okay? So have fun with it. This tone is to have fun. It's not to be all anal about it. Oh, well, you didn't have the MXR. You didn't have his Echoplex. Yeah, well, you don't have it either, so, okay, bitch. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to use the MS high gain. So whatever amp you have that's like high gain, go ahead and go for it. Gain, I'm going to put it at 51. And again, I'm not going to put it at 100%. So this is my tone that you guys can tweak later. Level, I have it at 60. Sounds good, doesn't it? Alright, next in the chain. We're going to put the bass at 50. I'll tell you why you're shouting. Because I need you to hear my voice. So you guys don't complain, oh, I can't hear you. I don't have a microphone. So I'm not like Pixie Licks or Rubber Baker with microphones. Okay, I don't have that money. Alright, middle I have it at 50. Treble I have it at 70. You're all Tony, these are Eddie settings. No, these are Tony settings to make you sound, to get you to sound like Eddie Van Halen. Presence I have it at 35. And there's a lot of tone patches out there. I'm sorry, they're just not that very good. They're okay. They'll pass for Eddie Van Halen, but they're not as good as mine. So it's just the way it is. Oh, it's already sounding good, doesn't it? I don't even think that song was available yet for 1976-77, but who knows? They had a big catalog before that first album. Alright, so that's it for that chain. Oh, incidentally, on the Boss eBand JS-10 and all the high-end effects processors now, like the Line 6 Helix, GT100, they all have this stuff right here. Like gain, SW, solo SW, solo level, and they have the speaker type and all that stuff, and the cabinets and all that, and mic positioning. Okay, I don't have that with my eBand, so I'm not incorporating that into this tone patch. These are all the default settings, so I'm not messing with it. So just so you know, again, those are the settings. So if you have to have them, that's what's there right there. But they're not on my tone patch. But I'm going to leave it on because it's the default. So if you want these right now, go ahead and screen capture it or lock it in for your stuff. Because that's what it is. I'm not going to mess with it. So just so you know. Alright, I do not, wait, do I have a compressor? No, the compressor is off. See the bottom right? I'm going to turn the compressor off. I don't have a compressor on this one. But I do have a distortion. So let's go back in. And we're going to go to a distortion. See? And see the far left and the far right? I have the distortion off right now. Right now it's the gain from the amp, remember? I believe he had an MXR distortion pedal. And so we're going to come up with a distortion pedal right here. And we'll find it. It should say distortion. Now here's one distortion, and then I think there's another distortion maybe. There's a distortion plus. Let's hear them both. On mine I have distortion. I mean for my settings I have distortion. Oh, it helps if I give you the settings first before I turn it on. Drive for this distortion I can put it at 78. Tone I have it at 0. I'm sorry, plus 5, I'm sorry, plus 5. And effect level for the distortion, I'm going to put it at 55. Alright, so without distortion, here it goes. Let's turn the distortion on. Now hear that buzz? I'll get rid of it with a noise gate. Hold on. There's that distortion or there's a distortion plus. That's pretty good, right? Seems that one's a little bit more trebly or brighter than this distortion. Again. your preference. Again, you can use any kind of distortion you want to, whatever you want to. I believe on mine, I'm just using regular distortion. All right. So let's go to the noise gate here. Don't worry, the volume will be boosted up here in just a second. Because I'm adding EQ on mine. And I don't think Eddie Van Halen had EQ on his tone other than whatever was on his amp. I don't have the Marshall, so I'm making do with what I have. See? So noise gate, I have it at 52. There we go. I also need better cables too. So if you hear any buzz or whatever, it's my cable. So, alright. So the EQ, let's go into the EQ. And my distortion's on, right? Yeah, there's my distortion. Let's get out of it. EQ, it's currently on, but it's all level. So let's go ahead and give me the settings that I have. Okay, so for low gain, I have it at -9. High gain, I have it at +20. There we go. I'm not used to working with the JS-10. And the effect level for this one, I have it at 0. Let's go to the next phase. Let's see, look, on the very top, it tells you what area of EQ I'm on. I'm on the EQ low mid. Alright, so just so you know. Alright, so the frequency, I have it at 500. Let's go 500. There it is. The Q, I have it at 1. There it is. And the gain, I have it at +15. I love this tone. I love it. Alright, next in the EQ chain, see, right now we're in the high mids. If you don't have this, that's okay, don't worry about it. It's just what I have. 4.00 for the first part. For the frequency, rather, okay. And then for the, what's it called? Oh, so for the Q, then I have it at 1. And then for the gain, I'm going to have it at +1. Alright, and then lastly, we're going to put the low cut at flat and the high cut at flat. Got it? Let's go ahead and play it. To the, what else? Phaser, we'll add the phaser later. Okay, delay, I have here some delay. We're going to go with, I'm sorry, we're going to add a tape delay. I'm going to put it at 300 milliseconds. Make it sound good. I'm not so much into the delay as I am the actual grittiness of the tone on the sound. So we're going to go ahead and use the delay at 300. Feedback, I have this at 0. And the effect level, I have it at 82. Let's hear it without before the day. Turn it on. Let's go ahead and beef it up. We're going to go with, I believe he had a plate reverb, and we're going to go with 3.8. And then high cut, we're going to put it at 4.00. Effect level, I have it at mine at 54. Before and after. And there's the phaser. And we're going to go ahead and put the phaser at rate at 14. See the bottom right? The depth, we're going to put it at 84. This tone sounds good. And the resonance at 0. See how the tone's shaping up? I love it. Now you notice that the distortion disappeared when I activated the phaser. With the Boss JS-8, it's one or the other. You can't use one because that's the way they put it. See, come over here. All these effects, you can only use one or the other. In other words, all these can work with the chorus. But, going back to that, all of these will only work separately. So if I have the phaser on, I can't have the phaser and flanger or the phaser and tremolo. It's one or the other. Now on the JS-10, this overdrive distortion is in a separate window over here. So I can have my distortions and overdrives all separate from the other modulations. That's where the Boss eBand needed to fix it. But you don't need a distortion. I have it on mine because I was able to separate it because my distortion parameters, my overdrive distortion is separate from the phaser, flanger, chorus, tremolo, rotary, all that stuff. This is in a separate window, but here they put it all together. And as I mentioned before, I don't have an octave divider or other stuff like that. So for this tone, you don't have to have the distortion because it sounds good without it. On mine, I had it with it. These are the settings for the phaser. Remember, 1484.0, and then we have the what do you got? The reverb at 300, tape delay. And the effect level, you want to put it at 82. Try that one. You want to hear a little bit of that feedback, right? For eruption, you would turn it off. There's your Van Halen tone without the delay. Now you want to add more gain? there and boost it. Let's boost the gain and the amp. That's low, right? So we can go like this and go. Go ahead, play with it. Look. You want to be Eddie Van Halen? Look. Have the delay back on. I can't play Van Halen. I used to, but so I think we decided then for this tone patch, when you don't have distortion, go ahead and do this. So look at that real closely. And put your MS high gain to maximum, like Eddie Van Halen. And then play with your effect level. Don't have it too loud. You don't want to break out your speakers. EBand, I would go like right here, 75, 75. Just nailed the Eddie Van Halen tone for the Boss eBand by tweaking the gain. Remember, my original tone, I had the high gain stack at 51 and then at 60. But I also have my distortion pedal going on with the JS-10. But with the JS-8, since you cannot separate, or since the distortion is separate from the flanger, I decided to increase the gain right here on the fly to 120. I maxed it out like Eddie Van Halen. I boosted up the level from 60 to 75, so I went from 51 on the gain to 120, full blast, or yours will be 10 or whatever. And then here I went from 60 to 75. I do have the EQ going on, so my EQ stands. So just so you know. Little Jacob who? Little Jacob. Why am I talking about Jacob? Because Jacob is like the Eddie Van Halen guy with his little Geronimo amps. You don't need no Geronimo amps. You don't need that crap. I got the Boss eBand. How are you going to save it, Tony? How are you going to save it? Let's get back here. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's save this tone patch. We're going to write it and see where it says rap tone, number 93. Look at all these tone patches. Look at all these tone patches. I have to, there's 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, look at all these Lynch tones. Can you believe all these? You're all, Tony, when are you going to give me those tones? They're coming. These are for someone else. Alright, we're coming to the end here. Let's go ahead and save this one right here as the EVH. See what I just did there? See what I did? We're going to wrap this tone up. So we learned that we're going to Eddie Van Halen. See how I'm saving it? See how I'm saving it? This is the gold mine tone. This is the epitome of the Van Halen tone of 1976-77. Boom, let's get rid of the MP. Remember, go to the blank space there. Go to the blank space there. Boom, see where it says initial patch number 52? Enter, you sure? Yes. And remember, so on this amp, we're going to leave it at the gain 120 and the effect level at 75. Okay, remember that one? And let's get out of it. And we're going to back up this tone along with all the other tones. Remember, go to System. I just hit the menu, go to System. And then we're going to go to SD patch backup. Enter, yes. Are you sure? Yeah. So now all these tones will be backed up. I would recommend that the person here who gets this back takes the SD card out of the unit and backs it up on the computer. So there is your tone patch right there. I messed up here. Now, how did you mess up, Tony? Because it should say, see what I'm doing here? Right. We're going to write over it. I want to say 1976. There we go. Boom. Alright, let's get out of this again. Remember, I'm going to back it up again. System, patch backup, yes. Backup, yes. Are you sure? Yes. See how fast it is? Takes 2 seconds. And come back over here. Look. Lower your guitar volume. Guitar tone patch. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. I had a lot of fun making it. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, go ahead and leave me your comments below. Any requests, leave them below. You want to comment on this Eddie Van Halen tone patch? Oh, it's not Eddie's tone. Yes, it is. This is Eddie Van Halen's tone patch from 1976. It's as close as anybody will ever get pre the first album. I know for a fact. Check out all the demos. This is the tone. And the fact that I got there so easily using the Boss eBand, using the Boss eBand JS-8 or JS-10 shows you that I have a very talented ear. Yes, I'm patting myself on the back. That anyone can come up with their tones if they just know how to dial in certain tones, settings, parameters. You'll get there. So I don't have to have all these pedals, all the latest amps. I don't need to have Marshalls or Geronimos or Laney's, or I don't need any of that. I have the Boss eBand. It's all I need. It's all you need. I'm not sponsored. I'm not endorsed. But I'm having a hell of a lot of fun. Most people can't even sound this good, and they got half stacks and line 6 helixes and fractal audios, and they're spending thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. And here I am with a little $20 guitar and a little $5 eBand. for watching. I had a lot of fun. Any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below, and I'll see you all real soon. All right? See ya.